Dzień dobry, mam na imię Robert. Hi, my name is Robert. I am broadcasting from Poznań in Poland, and I would like to introduce you my new old oscilloscope. It's a leCroy 9400, and I very like it, and I found very useful and unique features there, like a vector display, for example. And so I will show you how it works with a function generator, and I would like to say a few words about me. Over the last 3 years I'm doing electronics and in music, and also musician. Before that I was an architect over 18 years, but 3 years ago I decided to change my profession and change my life and everything. So I just did it, and here I am broadcasting to you about electronics, hoping to share my passion and fun and everything, because all these things are just fantastic. Okay, so watch my movie, hope you'll like it, enjoy. This is our setup for today. So we got a function generator, multifunction generator. It's double gen, is able to modulate itself. So it's like one generator here, one generator, and second generator. I very like it. It's all Polish laboratory gear, and you have all knobs so at your disposal. So everything is very easy and understandable here. Here we have another old piece of gear. It's a Polish frequency counter made in Poland by Zopan frequency counter. And here we have a old Hamek HM605 oscilloscope rebadged by Gerst Metrawatt. And here we have our leCroy oscilloscope. So first we will go to see few simple waves, and then we will modulate them. Modulation is when one signal is affecting the other, and in electronics and audio electronics and synthesizers we are using two kinds of modulation. One is a frequency modulation, and second it's amplitude modulation. So I will give you an example of the first one. A frequency modulation is when one frequency affects the other. So here's one frequency. Let's set it for 1 kilohertz. Here we have a frequency counter. So let's make it about 1 kilohertz, okay? And the second generation, let's start from slow modulation like LFO, slow LFO, like from 1 hertz here. And now it's amplitude modulation limits here. We can observe our signal on oscilloscope. So it's a 1 kilohertz sine wave, okay? And now I will modulate it. I will modulate its frequency by 1 hertz. So here is a frequency modulation and depth of modulation. Okay. So it's now we are modulating one wave by another wave. So 1 kilohertz is modulated by 1 hertz. Okay, let's go faster. And that's 1 kilohertz modulated by 7 hertz. Let's go faster. The interesting thing is frequency counter is showing all the time, showing the same frequency, because it's very interesting, because base frequency is not changed at the moment. Okay, so now we are modulating 1 kHz by 10 Hz. Let's go faster, and we're obtaining very nice effects like a ring modulation. Okay, let's see it on the oscilloscope, getting something like this. So on the oscilloscope actually we can't see anything more interesting than this, nice patterns, but we can with leCroy, we can in frequency domain, because this is like a show in time domain, voltage in time domain, 1 kHz on one side and 10 kHz on the other. Okay. Okay. So now it's this is a frequency modulation, and now let's go to the amplitude modulation. Amplitude modulation now. On carrier signal is 100 Hz, about 100 Hz, and another one about 3 Hz, and let's modulate amplitude of this signal. So okay, let's go faster. Faster. So it's 9 kHz modulated by about 100 Hz. 1 kHz modulated, amplitude modulated by 1 kHz. KHz. It's fun to find something interesting. Okay, nice picture on the scope. Just forget about triggering. Actually, we could trigger it by modulator signal like this, external triggering. That's when you using external triggering output of this half of generator and go external trigger. Okay. You can look precisely how one signal is possessing the other. It's very beautiful. Okay, let's modulate something and see it on the digital scope, see its spectrum. So we have a nice 500 Hz fundamental frequency, and let's modulate it by 10 by 10, it's 100. Modulated by 100 Hz. Okay, so we are increasing now modulation factor. We we're getting some very nice rich signal. Let's switch to digital oscilloscope and see it on the spectrum analysis. Okay, what's the vector display system? Let's start oscilloscope. Fun is going on, and 10 seconds, 11, 12, okay. This is a spectrum analysis, but just look at the screen at the moment. We can magnify this, like this, and you see it's a never pixel, it's no pixels here, it's only vectors. This FFT is going, it's a low resolution FFT actually, so we can do it more precise, but at the moment you see all those lines are vectors. I very like it, it's beautiful, it's just beautiful. No pixels, okay. So we can increase brightness separately for grid. Separate for grid. It all goes in FFT rhythm now, but if we will switch to single trigger, freeze picture and everything is much smoother. So separate intensity potentiometer for grid and for waveform. So you can do something like this and this. Okay, so I very like this display, so go to the oscilloscope features now. Let's have a look on sine wave, 550 Hz pure sine wave. Turn on channel 2, where it's fed from oscillator. So this is it. Change time base. Okay, our signal. Now we will modulate it by 200 Hz frequency modulation. Not much to see on oscilloscope. Let's have a look at it in FFT window. Okay, measure it. I will change into single trigger mode, which is like freeze mode, and this old oscilloscope runs more smoothly when you just stop acquisition and give it time and calculation power to do calculations like measurements and stuff instead of acquisition of analog to digital converter. Okay, so this is our fundamental frequency. This frequency will be modulated, but this is our fundamental. It's 552 Hz. Okay, so now I'm going to normal trigger, which gives us an acquisition like this, and computing and refreshing FFT in every 10 seconds. Okay, so this is magnification. You can change magnification, or go in travel mode. Okay, much smoother than you will switch to single trigger, single acquisition. Okay, everything's much faster now. So let's stop here and switch to normal. Okay, where's our marker? Our marker is here. Go up. Takes time. Okay, go to single, switch to single, and do it now. Right? 552, okay. normal. And now I will modulate it by 200 Hertz. Okay, I'm increasing modulation factor now, which means I'm increasing a second oscillator volume. So now we can see harmonics. Okay, you can hear them. And let's measure them. Stop acquisition. And move our cursor so it's it should be fundamental frequency increased by modulation frequency. So it's like 552 plus 200 Hertz, 7.2, 752, go, 720, something about, and add another 200. Oops, no, not that close. Okay, so our modulation frequency is different than 200 something, but it works like this, roughly. So these are our harmonics, and you can hear the signal also. So just let's play with it. Okay, go to normal acquisition mode and change modulation frequency. Go back. Let's see our oscilloscope. Go to dual grid mode and turn on channel 2 on lower grid. So this is our signal. Everything now is slowed by FFT. So let's redefine FFT. Redefine FFT points, number of FFT points. So actually now I'm seeing magnification. Okay, when I turn it off, everything's much faster. Turn it on, turn it off. Okay, this is our FFT function without magnification. So redefine it, redefine button here, transform size, let's decrease number, go to 220. Okay, so it is faster now. Of course we can see smaller spectrum now because our Nyquist numbers changed. Have a look. It's a Nyquist frequency. It's I'm not going to deep into it, but it depends on transformation size points and your time base, and this is it roughly. I'm not a specialist, I'm learning, I still have a lot to learn. Okay, so switch to the single grid mode, turn off channel 2, right? Turn on expand, and when we expand our spectrum, it doesn't look good. So redefine our FFT number again. Select what you want to redefine with another button and increase it to 625. Looks much better. Okay, increase it again. Looks very good. And here at the same grid you can see your base FFT display and magnification. So this double bright part shows you where you are with your magnification. Okay, so change position. Oh, now works together, and we are here. Okay, our magnification here. So we can magnify it in time or dB, vertical gain. Horizontal gain can be conveniently changed, and you can go and measure precisely whatever you want, whatever you're able. This is a 0 here, you see? 0, vertical 0 is traveling with us. Okay. So this is it, FFT mode of leCroy 9400 oscilloscope. This is additional, this is an option. Remember, this FFT mode is an option for this oscilloscope. So when you will buy it, double check does it have it or not, because if it's not installed, it's it will be just some work to do for you to get ROM, this ROM ICs, and replace this ROM inside with a whole operation system. Okay, I will turn it off and turn it on. You should see at the top of the screen, you should see a firmware version. Let's see. Okay, so it's version 2.06 FT version with averaging. FAG, it's a mathematical option, and FFT option. So this is it. Okay, that's all. If you'd like to see more features of this oscilloscope, or you would like to see something more about harmonics in music, or what we can do with it, with this oscilloscope in musical electronics, like I'm designing, prototyping, and I will start to produce my own synthesizer. It's one of the boards. It's like it's a digital analog hybrid with a few unique features, and like this is very nice kind of modulative LFO sequencing generator stuff and blah blah blah. But anyway, this is a digital part with a very nice vintage digital to analog 10 bit depth converter, of course with Atmel Bellhole. So if you would like to see testing this board and developing it with this oscilloscope, and seeing how digital to analog conversion works, or how low pass filter works, or just mixing a few generators here, just please write it to me in comments, because I'm not sure I will continue this series of videos. It depends only on you. So thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.